don't get it. Get quarterbacks.
That's playing the asshole. I'm watching my nephews roll. He played the good. We spent 20 minutes.
That's right.
Washed up.
Jack went high, brother. But he was good, though.
There's been a couple reports about some guys going on IR.
Yeah.
Can you just run through a little bit of an injury update for us?
Yeah, Evan, we put Evan on IR. Logan, there's a good chance it goes that way as well with his knee. Those are the two that would come up.
What did Evans get?
He just felt sore during the game, but again, nothing that a lot of guys don't feel. So just felt like keep it warm, keep going, and then the next morning turned out to be more significant.
I assume Cade impressed in his workout.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah, powerful. Did a good job, so we signed him up.
Is there any conversation about Orlando potentially going on IR?
I don't know about that yet. We'll just continue to work through the week with Orlando.
Is there a chance he sits on Monday?
We'll see. We'll see. He'd be doubtful right now.
What is the fine line, Zach, between protecting a player for the short term
Yeah.
and the bigger picture going forward?
Well, these are certainly all obvious ones, with Logan and Evan, so there's not really much of a decision to be made there once you get the information, what they need to do. So really that's all there is to it.
But more with players like Orlando nursing things that have been kind of nagging them all year.
Yeah.
Have the chance of getting worse, or maybe they don't. How do you consider that factor? All
Well, with Orlando last week, he got back into full practice, felt good about it, and then obviously we get towards the end of the game, and it was really bothering him, limiting him, and so he tried to give us everything he could, and so now we'll just go back to this week and see where it ends up.
Would Cody be back from attack? How would you jump?
Yeah, there's a chance there. Yep.
What happened with Logan and his knee?
Just had to have it looked at. So I was feeling sore, and so again, just we got to the point where this is where we're at.
So is it something that bubbled up during the bye week because he played versus the Chargers?
Yeah, I think he came out of the bye week and thought it would feel better, and it didn't. So I think he, with a week of rest, was really hopeful that I'll be much better, and then came back that Monday, really that weekend, and just it wasn't feeling like it should. And then got to the week and didn't get any better last week, even with giving him time off. And so we sat him out, and then this is where we're at.
What have you liked from Jenkins and Jackson so far, stepping in the ring?
Yeah, I think the experience has served them really well. Just getting to play in this league against different linemen, different schemes. Obviously they've gotten a lot of reps, so you see those guys grow, and so that's been beneficial. And I like what they're about. They've got the right mentality, the right approach. Played a lot this year, and so that's encouraging.
With Hayward coming up and having to move on from Irwin, how was that conversation with Trent?
Hard. Yeah, hard. I mean, that guy's been here every year I've been here, 6 years, and is about all the right stuff, everything that we want from our guys in the locker room. I mean, he basically lived in this facility for 6 years. There'd be times there'd be nobody here except for Trent, in the weight room or doing his receiver stuff in the turf. I'd come back here in the summer and he'd be out there on the field by himself. And so just a guy that got every ounce out of his body and helped this team make a lot of plays in his time here. Really proud for him to have been a Bengal and associated with us, and certainly wish him the best. That's one of the harder conversations you'll ever have with a player, is a guy who's meant that much to you and everybody on the staff, everybody in the building. So that's not a fun one.
What have you seen from Isaiah Williams in practice?
Yeah, great quickness. So we just continue to feed him reps, on punt return and so just find different roles for him, but like what he's about, like his intelligence. He's been able to come in and pick it up pretty quickly. And so, again, just keep working with him.
Do you think he has the potential to contribute on offense?
We'll see. I definitely would take that off the table. I liked what I've seen so far in practice, limited practice stuff he gets when he steps in there, to give a guy a break. He's got good quickness, and again, he knows how to do it all. He's got a good foundation offensively, so he's able to kind of hit the ground running here.
I mean, it's kind of the younger version of Irwin, an undrafted guy getting a second shot with another team. I mean, this is how things, I guess, recycle.
Yeah. You never know when your opportunity is going to come. You got to take advantage of it, and that's really the situation he's in right now.
Dallas Monday night. What do you see? How they improve?
Yeah, good team. Feel like they're getting healthier. I think that's really what bit them at the midway point of the year. Missing some key guys, Micah Parsons being one. The corners have both missed a lot of time. And so I see a team that's really well coached. They play with great energy. They're on a 2-game win streak, so you've got that confidence that's feeding Indy, and you got a home Monday night game. And again, a lot of respect for Mike McCarthy, Mike Zimmer, Bones, Shoddy. All those guys have done a great job coordinating over their career, and you can see that in their scheme and the guys and how they play. And so again, it's a tough test for our guys, and exciting to be on Monday Night Football. And I think that's what this team needs right now. Put us back in the spotlight, have an opportunity to overcome and find a win, and get on the right stretch here.
Orlando Brown was recognized as the Bengals nominee.
Yeah.
What stands out to you about his personality, character?
Serves others, really. You just genuinely cares about those around him and those in the community, and gives up a lot of his time to make sure, particularly in association with diabetes and players' families, coaches' families, setting up experiences for them as well, and just all the stuff that he does that's known or not known in the community. It's been substantial, and so he understands he's been given a lot in his life and earned it all, and takes the opportunity to give it back as well. And just a genuinely great human being that is deserving of everything that comes his way.
How do those traits play over into a locker room, into football?
He's got such a positive mindset. Even when we have tough stretches like this, when you're around him, he raises your energy level. He raises your confidence level. And the more guys you got on a team like Orlando, the better, because he's got a winner's mindset. He's got a champion's mindset. He works. The details are important to him. Making people around him better is important to him. And so I'm thankful he's on our team.
Speaking of him serving others, it's pretty clear since the day you guys drafted Amarius how much he's taken that relationship to the next level, and really feels like he cares about wanting to help develop him. We never ask you about Mims, and obviously when we do that, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Is he having as good of a rookie season as a starter on the offensive line as you've ever seen in your career?
And he didn't have training camp. He missed all the substantial portions of training camp, really. So you're talking about run game things that he's really seeing for the first time with us. That's happening as you scheme up a plan during the course of the week, and all the adjustments off of that, and facing different rushers. I mean, he really just faced our guys. He didn't get the chance to go against Chicago or Indy or any of the preseason games. And so, again, he's handled it really well. Again, another guy that brings great energy and confidence to the group. Same guy every day, which is huge for a rookie who's coming in the role he's having. Used to being on a team that plays a lot of games. This probably serves him well because he's used to practicing at this point in the year. And I know he had an injury last year, but really proud of the job he's done. But it's not over. Keep building on it. He's going to we got Micah Parsons this week. It doesn't let up. You're going to see T.J. Watt again. You're going to see Miles again. So you're going to see all these guys, and they keep coming at you. And so he's got to continue to be consistent, and that's what he's done so far. And we'll continue to build off of that.
After the Steelers game, Zach, Joe was at the podium there, and he said the cornerstones of the franchise will be remembered how they handle this. How important do you think the final 5 weeks are for that message?
I think this one's a huge game for us. Just trying to find that win that can get us going a little bit and get that feeling out of our system of not having a win for a while. And so I think that's important. It's, like I said, it's a great opportunity to be in the spotlight again this week and show what we're about, because we know in the locker room, we see it every day. And now it's just an opportunity to present ourselves the right way.
You've always praised ownership in the front office and your communication with them.
Yeah.
Week out, day in, day out. Does that dialogue change at all, that tone change at all, given the 3-game losing streak where you guys are?
I think that's the beauty of when you have constant communication is you're always on the same page. It's just when you speak with anybody, there's no need for a tone change because you're right there with each other, lockstep, everybody takes a lot of responsibility for what's going on right now. This is on me primarily. So it's just great when you've got confidence in everybody you work around and the communication is there, and that's all you can ask for in this league.
Are you ever not in the same lockstep with them, same thinking, whether it's coaches and coaches ownership? Does that ever happen?
I think if you ever work somewhere and everyone thinks the same way every single day, that's not a good thing. But what is critical is the way that you can communicate through it and see all sides of it and come to a joint conclusion on what's best. And that is the best way to do it, and that's exactly how we do it. And been a part of a lot of places, played, coached, and this is the best way to do it. 100% confident in that. Wouldn't have it any other way. And so again, that's the way we operate.
Cowboys have a bunch of guys with 3 or more sacks. How much is that his ability to
Yeah.
create tough matchups?
Yeah, he does a good job putting his guys in good spots to create those one-on-ones and making sure you can't hone in on one guy or one look. And so he does a really good job. And, so again, I've always had a lot of respect for Mike Zimmer and the job he's done. Never enjoyed going against him or his scheme. And you can see the players operate with a lot of confidence. And again, now they're getting healthier. They potentially have both the corners back, Mike back. So again, now you're seeing the fruits of their labor this season and how they believe in him and that scheme, and it shows up on the tape.
Did you see any clips of Hard Knocks from this past week?
No.
What is it like? What is it like to know though that type of access that people are seeing routinely from that standpoint?
That's the you assume everything's out there now. Just the way it is, and it's great for the fans, great for the NFL community to have access. And one of the reasons when we first got selected to do this, we have tremendous personalities and great players in this team that I think should be showcased and put at the forefront of the league so people can see the person better, what we experience every single day. These are tremendous players that work the right way, and now it's all on video and the evidence is there, and that's the way it is, and we'll embrace it.
Zach, does the access ever make you uncomfortable as you go through the week?
No, it's just part of it. We're not saying or doing anything that we're ashamed of. So film it, put it out there. Yeah, there's things obviously for schematic reasons that you're always a little hesitant about. I voice my concerns on that, but they're great. They want what's best for the teams. They want what's best for the NFL. They want to put a good product out there that shows what's going on and is enjoyable for everybody to watch. And you form relationships with all the people that are part of the Hard Knocks crew, and they do an outstanding job, and they put together a great product, and it's a lot of fun for the fans to watch, and we're just a part of it.
Is there any eager to see Joe's Batmobile?
I mean, that's like the only comic book movie I've ever really watched or enjoyed, quite frankly, and so yeah, maybe I'll take a peek if he wants to pull it up, and we all go out there and take a team picture in front of it or something.
It's going to be a year.
I have no idea. Yeah, this is third-hand information for me. I haven't asked him about it.
Is there anything about Jamar, when you guys drafted Jamar, it seemed like it was yesterday, it's not suddenly 4 years. But is there anything that he's done that has surprised you? That has said that, that has taken, you said, geez, this is, even more than we thought?
I think his consistency of how he performs every week and who he is when he comes in here for the week, and his overall football intelligence. That is an impossible thing to predict when you get a player. And that has just shown up countless times at how much he's able to handle, how much he's able to help other people. He's making corrections sometimes in a walkthrough across to the other side, to a younger player. And just that's the stuff you don't take for granted when a guy's able to operate at a level like that. And I certainly don't take that for granted.
You got a recent example from any game about that intelligence?
Well, you can the adjustments you can make on the fly in the game, and you just, hey, here's the concept, here's what we want you to line up, and here's why, and he's going to go execute it. And so that's, to me, to give you the perfect example of play 19 from whatever game, I can't do that to you off the top of my head, but you're never concerned about making an adjustment on the fly, and him not being able to sort it out.
A long play this last with 49 yards this week, that looked like that was kind of a little bit of him kind of read the defense a little bit.
On the last drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting on the same page in a scramble drill. You know, his route brought him over there, and then Joe just found him on the scramble.
You hear all the time, Zach, when guys win awards or break records, that it's the whole team helped them accomplish that. Is Jamar going for the Triple Crown meaningful to the group, that he gets those kind of numbers and finishes off the historic season?
Well, we want the wins to come with that. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, when a player works like Jamar does, it sets a great example for the team, all the things that come with that. And so here's a guy who didn't take any shortcuts. He shows up every single day. He worked hard in the offseason on his own, with the team, whatever it looks like. And when the season presents itself, he's consistent every single week. He shows up on every single game day. He plays with great energy and detail. He tries to lift up everybody around him. And then when you're rewarded for that personally,